I had moved to Nashville. Moved to Nashville in 2001. It gets blurry in there. But I moved, I say moved, I use that term loosely. I was dropped off in a parking lot with some clothes and 2 guitars. I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. I had a buddy and access to the brand new internet, and it had apartments.com on it. And I had found me a place to live in Nashville. And got there, and like I said, got dumped in the parking lot and got my stuff in my apartment. And a couple weeks later, my roommates moved out. Now, I was 20 years old, green as a Christmas tree. I didn't know what was going on. And the next year, or at the beginning of the next month, I walked over to the leasing office. Said, you know, with my portion of the rent, here's my apartment. They're like, who are you? I'm like, I'm Chris in 409. Nice to meet you. You know. They're like, no. I learned about squatter laws that day that I didn't know I might happen to be breaking. So we got hooked up with a leasing agreement. Now, I couldn't be on this leasing agreement by myself. I had to have somebody to room with, because like I said, I was 20 years old and green as a Christmas tree. And so I had a stepbrother in Columbus, Mississippi. His name's Mark Doyle. And he had just lost his job. And he thought, man, I get a job in Nashville. I'll move up there with you. I said, all right. So we got us an apartment together. Well, you could write books on that next 8 months in that apartment together. 2 guys from the middle of the backwoods moved to town. It was calamity at its finest. And but one of the things that happened over that period of time, that short period of time, the leasing agent at the office, of course, it's Nashville. She's one of the best songwriters you're ever going to know. And so Mark and I, and her name's Kristen Geraci, we got to writing a song one night. We couldn't really come up with a lot. We had started several songs, and it was like, And I left to go get some pizza and beer, and I come back and they had written a gospel song. So we finished this gospel song over some beer and pizza. And we didn't really finish it. We got most of the way done with it, everything except for the second verse. And we sort of set it down. I never wrote the words down in a notebook. I always just remembered them because I thought they were beautiful. And in 2010, I got a phone call that Mark had passed away. And Mark was a singer in a gospel band. He very musical fellow, played the trumpet, did all sorts of things. And it immediately struck me that I had to finish this song that I've never written down. I've always remembered it because there's a line in the song, and it's Mark's words. It says, "If I don't see another sun rising, I know I'll find peace in my last sunset." And those are Mark's words. That's good words to have from a brother that's moved on. And it's a very special song to me. So when we recorded it, I knew we had to do it in a traditional gospel setting. And so we have a 4-part quartet and a piano. And that's all that's on the track. I had a gentleman named Johnny Neal, who is a former Allman Brother, and Crawfish on Disney's Ratatouille. He played piano on that. And had some guys that tour out of Nashville. They spend a lot of time in Columbia, Missouri. And Mark 209, if you love good Southern gospel music, check them out online, Mark 209. And they got CDs and stuff for sale. They're a great gospel band. And we had a great time recording this. But it's always good to have, you never know what's going to happen when you write a song. You never know where it's going to take you, where you're going to sing it. You don't think you're going to sing it at your own brother's funeral one day. I'm going down, Lord, down to the river, where I will lay all of my burdens to rest. And if I don't see another sun rising, I know I'll find peace my last sunset. I've traveled long and my body's weary. Life has been full of pain and regret, but I'm holding on to a promise you made me when you said that you ain't done with me. So I'm going down low, down to the river, where I will lay all of my burdens to rest. And if I don't see another sun rising, I know I'll find peace in my last sunset. So walk with me, Jesus, down to the river, and I'll know that I'm not here on my own. I'll be the servant, and you are the Savior. And when the work is over, I'll journey home. Down, Lord, down to the river, where I will lay all of my burdens to rest. And if I don't see another sunrising, I know I'll find peace in my last sunset. And if I don't see another sunrising, I know I'll find peace in my last sunset. I know I'll find peace in my last sunset. Gospel music on your Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday, right? It is Sunday.